Former Metro councilman was arrested for DUI this morning. Robert Vic Lineweaver was pulled over by Metro Police around 1:15 this morning at South Colony Drive and Old Hickory Boulevard in Bellevue. Police say Lineweaver showed signs of intoxication and allegedly admitted to drinking alcohol and taking prescription medication. After he was unable to complete a field sobriety test, he was arrested on DUI charges. Lineweaver served as councilman for the Bellevue area from 1983 to 1989 and then again from 1995 to 2002. He was previously arrested in 2007 on contempt of court charges while he was juvenile court clerk for Metro. More than 70,000 NRA members came to Music City this weekend for the group's national convention, while another group took the opportunity to also talk guns and how to stop gun violence. The group Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America organized this rally at Riverfront Park yesterday. Folks showed up wearing the group's t-shirts and holding signs. Organizers spoke at the rally asking for stricter gun regulations. They also hope to stop a bill that would allow guns in parks here in Tennessee. And they're pushing legislation that would require background checks for every gun purchase.
Anybody who knows they're not going to pass the background check, guess where they're going to go? They're going to go around the corner and buy it from a buddy or a cousin or whatever. And that's how it gets to the criminal element.
Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America was formed after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shootings. It now has chapters in every state. And today's the last day of the NRA convention, and the folks out at the Nashville International Airport say it's going to be busy out there. They say if you're catching a plane out of town before noon tomorrow, be sure to get there early. A lot of the NRA convention goers will be flying out tomorrow, along with the usual Monday morning business travelers, so expect lots of people and longer security lines. And while you're out at the airport, be sure to keep an eye on your loose change. Nationwide, TSA says its workers picked up some $675,000 in loose change left at security checkpoints last year alone. The most found at any airport, about $42,000 in change at New York's Kennedy Airport. LAX was second with $41,000, and San Francisco came in third with close to $35,000. Nashville did not make the top 20, but TSA agents found more than $6,000 at our airport last year. Tennessee's executions have been put on hold. That decision from the Tennessee Supreme Court as death row inmates continue to challenge the fairness of the state's methods of execution. 4 inmates had execution dates set, but the High Court issued stays in those cases in an order filed late Friday. Davidson County Chancellor is currently considering a challenge of Tennessee's new lethal injection protocol. And next month, the Supreme Court itself will hear an appeal filed by state attorneys who want the court to rule that inmates do not have a right to challenge Tennessee's plans to use the electric chair as a backup. The Supreme Court said it would reset those execution dates once the challenges are all resolved. Tennessee's Republican Party has new leadership this morning. State Representative Ryan Haynes of Knoxville was selected as the party's new chairman yesterday. He was chosen over 2 other candidates by the party's state executive committee. Haynes replaces outgoing chairman Chris Devaney, who stepped down yesterday. The other candidates who were applying for the job, Representative Mary Littleton and Vanderbilt professor Carol Swain. He may have thought it was just a dream, as one of his hit songs says, but rapper Nelly was really arrested in Putnam County yesterday. THP says Cornell Haynes Jr., also known as Nelly, was arrested yesterday morning along with a passenger on his bus for felony drug possession. A trooper stopped the bus at 9 yesterday morning on I-40 for not having proper transportation ID decals. Inside, the trooper found drug paraphernalia, marijuana, and rocks that tested positive for meth. The trooper also found several handguns on the bus. Nelly and the other man, Brian Jones, were both taken to the Putnam County Jail. Both, we understand, bonded out last night. A Hendersonville teenager charged with beating his mother to death will go on trial tomorrow. Back in 2012, police arrested then 15-year-old Zachary Davis after his mother, Melanie Davis, was found dead. Davis was also charged with attempted first-degree murder and aggravated arson for allegedly setting his home on fire while his older brother was asleep upstairs. Davis was declared mentally competent to stand trial and will be tried as an adult. Thousands gathered in downtown Nashville yesterday to celebrate spring's arrival and cherry trees. The goal of the Cherry Blossom Festival is to raise money to plant 100 trees in Nashville every year until 2018. The festival uses that money raised at the festival to buy those trees, which celebrate the relationship between the U.S. and Japan.
And Japan is very important to Middle Tennessee and the whole state of Tennessee. because of the direct investment that they've made and the number of jobs created because of the investment from Japan and Japanese companies here in Tennessee.
More than 700 cherry trees have already been planted since the festival began here in 2009. The festival featured Japanese food, music, dance performances, origami, and martial arts demonstrations. It all started with a 2.5-mile cherry blossom walk led by Mayor Dean.